The report that we're publishing today forms part of the Commission's third programme of law reform 2008 to 2014, and indeed one of our audience, Mr. Butt here, was present at the very beginning of the formation of our third programme when he attended a consultation in Galway. And this report completes the particular work that began with our consultation paper on this subject, published in September 2009. But perhaps I really ought to say that in one important aspect at least, the report is completing work begun by the Commission in 1982, when the Commission first recommended that automatic guardianship rights and responsibilities should apply to all fathers, whether married or unmarried. This was in the report on illegitimacy, which the Commission produced in its early days of work, as it were, part of their first programme of law reform. And that report formed the basis for the Status of Children Act in 1987, which regularised the position of children and equalised all children, whether of married parents or unmarried parents, but it did not deal with the position of unmarried fathers. So the report being published today really just reiterates or repeats the view that we took in 1982. And it also makes a number of other recommendations, partly in regard to the right of children to know the identity of their parents through the registration of both parents at the time of birth. And of course, it also approaches the whole subject from the point of view of the children who need to know both their parents, and from the point of view of the responsibility of parents in looking after their children, so that it isn't just a matter of rights but a matter of parental responsibility. And for that reason, we wanted to choose the wording to describe it as joint parental responsibility. We've also recommended transitional arrangements for those who need or who wish to correct the birth certificates that are in existence at present. So we're also very happy indeed to welcome Minister Mary White to launch the report today. Minister Mary White has long been a most leading member of the Green Party, and she served as a local representative on Carlow County Council and as deputy leader of the Green Party before being elected to Dáil Éireann in 2007. And she was, in fact, and this is something that appeals to me, of course, she was the party's first woman TD. In March 2010, she was appointed as Minister of State at the Department of Community, Equality and Gaeltacht Affairs, with special responsibility for integration, equality and human rights. While Minister White was born in Wicklow, she's lived in Carlow for more than 20 years, so she's really a Carlow woman by now, I think. She was educated at the Ursuline Convent in Waterford and in Trinity College Dublin, where she was a founder member of the English Society and also won an award for sporting excellence, so that she has both sides to her talents, as it were. And we know that Minister White has had a particular interest in the subject matter of this report, and last August, indeed, she spoke of the need to modernise the law relating to unmarried fathers, and she has a very particular interest in this whole area that we've covered in the report. So I'll hand over to the Minister now to launch our report. Well, just to end the formal part of the proceedings, I have a few thank yous I want to say, and of course, first of all, to thank Minister Mary White very much indeed for her passionate launching of this report and for her stress on the importance of the issue and her willingness and openness to have legislation enacted to bring it about. Then I would like to thank in particular also Claire Murray, who was the principal legal researcher working on this report, and we're very glad to have her with us here, although she's no longer working in the Commission, but we're glad to have her with us here today and to congratulate her on her work on the report. And of course, Claire was working together with and under the direction of our Director of Research, Ray Byrne, who has an enormously important hand in all our work. Ray, unfortunately, is not with us this evening because Ray happens to live in Bunclody in County Wexford, and he had to leave to return home before he got completely snowed in, which he was with the last lot of snow, completely snowed in as well. And of course also my fellow members on the Commission. There are 5 of us, and all of us take part in every report, and there were indeed many lively discussions in regard to both the consultation paper and this report with the Commission, as Claire will remember. And again, I would like to thank all the people and all the groups who made submissions to us, and to the people who came along to the launch of the consultation paper, who were perhaps demonstrating outside but were willing to come in and join us in our launch of the consultation paper and became our friends rather than our critics, so that we're very thankful to have some of them here again tonight. And all the people who made submissions and who gave us assistance, some of them are listed at page Roman numeral 7 of the report, but there were others besides that as well who did assist us. And of course also our administrative staff on whom we rely tremendously to get the report ready for the printers, and in particular I'd like to mention Deirdre Bell and Liam Doggan for all their work in the organisational side of getting our publications going and organising our launches and so on, and generally taking care of the Commission. So that ends my list of I thank all of you for coming along. Once again, thank you particularly on such a snowy and difficult evening, and I hope you'll stay for a little while at least and enjoy our hospitality. Thank you very much indeed.